So this is just going to be a big video about the assessment style stuff. You guys already know what a shit squat looks like, but we're going to go through it anyway. Can I get you to go comfortable, feet apart, as if you're going to do a squat? And can I get you to do it really bad, where you pitch right forwards? So the number one classic one is dumping too far into lower back, leans too far forwards. Horrible. Come back up. And then can I get you to spin and face that way? And then the other one is comes down into a squat, go squat for me, and shifts into one hip. So the biggest things that we're looking for are A, is it painful, or B, is it just shit? The easiest ones you can do are ankle. Spin back around, face this way for me, please. Biggest ones are ankle. You already know all about that one. It's just a needle wall test. The biggest thing that we're looking for is if one side is shittier than the other. If both sides are really bad and they can't get it forward, also a problem, but normally it's one side that's kind of holding them back. So needle wall test, you know all about that. The big one that we want is a FABER. Can I get you laying facing this way, please? So FABER stands for watch your head on the kettlebells.
This way?
Yeah. FABER stands for flexion, abduction, and external rotation. So the big one is you're beside them, bring this guy up, heel goes above their opposite knee. I already know that Charlie sucks. You're going to brace the opposite side of the hip on the pokey bit at the front, and you're going to let the knee fall towards the floor. This is absolute dog shit. But you always want to compare to the other side. So again, ankle comes above the knee, brace there, push the knee down. This one's probably a little bit better, which is weird because this is the hip that sucks. It's probably the one that's getting all the work. So that's your FABER. FABER means either one of two things. One, you've got a tissue restriction. It's normally in the glute or it's at the front of the hip as well. They're the two big ones that you can kind of fix like straight away. If it's joint capsule, it takes way longer. The way to differentiate, if it's side of the hip or it's front of the hip, you do a Thomas test. Can I get you to come and sit tailbone towards the edge of this box? So, yeah, please. Right hip was the bad hip, so I'll actually get you to sit up for me to start off with. Bring the left knee up towards the chest, your other left, killing it. Just push them back. You let go of that. Keep this up really, really high. You take this off and then you let it drop towards the floor, and what we're looking for is one of three things. Charlie has tight rec fem, so tight quads, which is its inability to drop down here. You'll see it pull to the side, which means it's either TFL or that glute med, which sucks, or the knee just won't come down, and that means you're dealing with psoas, which is super deep. I'll go through all the interventions in a separate video. Sitting up for me, please. So they're the two big ones that are for ankle, and then for actual hip joint as well. The other ones are thoracic extension. Standing up for me. Just gonna get this box out of the way. Can I get you to face that way? So a big one for thoracic extension. Heels and toes together. Hands up towards the roof, looking up through the hands. We know this is going to suck. This is called multi-segmental extension. Letting your hips drift forward. Can I get you to arch back as far as feels comfortable? What you're looking for is a good curve through here. Charlie's actually isn't too bad, but generally what you'll see is this stays super flat, comes forward because that's super hard. If you see the flatness, drop the hands. You know that they're missing a lot of that thoracic extension. The way to retest as well is generally, if their extension is bad, sitting here for me, if their extension is bad, their rotation is bad as well. Just got to grab a stick. Yep. Don't worry guys, I'll edit this and it'll look super professional. You can just do this hands across the chest, but this is way better. You want them to squeeze something in between their knees so it locks their hips out. Can I get you to bring the bar over onto your shoulders as if you're doing a back squat? Pull down nice and tight, keep that squeeze going at the knees. You're going to hold onto the stick, push down a little bit and turn them to the left. Once you hit big resistance, that's all they've got. You come over to the other side. Go to the right, and where you see that Charlie's right rotation is way better than his horrible left rotation. So you want extension first, rotation section second. The two of them put together are kind of big numbers for being able to hit that good extension in the bottom of a squat. Done.